start with you. Your best bet, under $30. Well, sorry, your best bet can be anything.
I'm going with a man who won me a major last time I tipped him out. So Justin Thomas, he's playing great golf. Obviously didn't quite get the win up in Toronto last week, but yeah, on fire. Obviously won at Southern Hills, which is not a dissimilar test to what we might get here in a lot of ways. I think leads the tour in bogey avoidance, 13th for driving distance, 6th for scrambling, 3rd strokes gained tee to green, 14th greens in reg. Obviously, he's been there or thereabouts in a lot of majors recently. So yeah, I just think he looks like he's playing some of the best golf of his life. Having bones on the bag, certainly not a bad thing. So yeah. Give me all the JT at $13.
Paul.
Matthew Fitzpatrick at $25. Has won here. In the, I think it was the 2013 US Amateur Champs.
Mm-hmm.
So has form on the course, one of the few players to actually have a bit of form at Brookline. It comes in with some very good form. Look, missed the cut at the Memorial, but had a top 10 last weekend at the Canadian Open. There's one of your
correct
boxes ticked for the trends. Also was 5th at the PGA Championship and runner-up at the Wells Fargo before that. So hasn't finished outside the top 10 in 3 of his last 4 starts. Coming in very, very hot. Also has stats that would suggest he should do fairly well here. I just cannot read them.
Can you want me to help you out with that?
Yeah. Strokes gained off the tee, but that looks like 10.
Yeah.
Same around the green. Very sharp there. I can't see, but definitely top 10-ish. And strokes gained tee to green as well.
Let me help you out.
Yep.
In the last 6 months, 8th stroke gained tee to green, 7th off the tee, 15th around the greens, 25th in putting. He's 8th on tour in bogey avoidance.
There we go.
He is a guy who gets better the tougher the golf course is. Yeah.
I'm torn. I've got my top 3 selections, and you guys have named 2 of them already. The other one,
did he win last week?
I backed him last week, and he was a winner.
Rory.
Swazzle. No, yeah, Rory.
No, Rory.
I don't know. I don't know where to go. I've got Matty Fitz highlighted here, but to keep it all different, I'll take Rory again. I love Rory. He won last week. The last time he won the week before a major, he won the major. I can't remember what year it was, but it was a PGA.
What's that? 2000.
Valhalla 2014.
14.
Must have been right.
Yeah. As we said, the live golf stuff seems to have lit a fire under Rory.
Of all the golf players, he seems to be the one that has really, really taken this to heart.
Oh yeah, him and JT.
Well, that's what actually my final point on JT. I was going to say, hopefully he wins the US Open, walks off the green, has his interview, and said, "Now I've got 3 majors, one more than someone else." Drops the mic.
So yeah, back to Rory. Against the field in the last 6 months, second best golfer going around. He is 1st strokes gained tee to green, 4th off the tee, 21st in approach, and 4th around the greens, which is huge here. Putting over the last 6 months, bit of an issue, but he was 7th in putting last week, strokes gained putting. And he was top 5 for the other major categories last week. Ticks a lot of boxes. He will be there or thereabouts, I believe. So Rory McIlroy, he is quite short. He's $11. It was $10 last week, so I'm getting more. I'll take that.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
Patrick, your mid-tier, $31 to $99.
Yeah, I've sort of hinted at it already. It's just a guy I can't really let go at the price. Dustin Johnson is $41 for this major. He was shorter than that, I think maybe 32, 33 yesterday, and I looked at it and go, oh yeah, that's like getting to a stage where he has to back. Like, you look at the other guys in the same price bracket as him, it's a broken Brooks Koepka, Corey Connors and Cameron Young, who are both, good young players, but they don't have anywhere near the CV DJ.
Corey Connors he was in that 2013. I think he lost his semi-final, maybe, or won the quarterfinal, lost the semi-final. That 2013 amateur.
Want to keep an eye
on the course. Sorry,
Yeah, no,
Yep.
it's all right. Any info for the punters is always good. But yeah, I just think you look at the price for DJ. Obviously, there's the whole he's got a lot going on in his personal life at the moment. But I think if anyone can block that out and just play golf, it's DJ. Right? He doesn't necessarily have to be hot to just have a great week out of nowhere. He still finished 12th at the Masters and 9th at the Players this year, so very capable of a big performance. He's 14th on tour in driving distance, and he's been top 20 strokes gained tee to green each of the previous 2 seasons. T6 or better in 5 of his last 8 US Opens, and it is probably the most horses for courses of all the majors other than Augusta. And he was second at Bethpage in the PGA a couple of years ago, which was pretty much a US Open, the way they set that thing up with the narrow fairways and the big roughs. So I think, yeah, we know he loves a grinder. You can be in there when it's a high score wins the thing. So that $41, I think, yeah, you got to you look at the other guys around him and that price, he looks pretty good value.
Yeah. Played all right last week too
Hmm.
in the exhibition match. Paul, your mid-tier.
Mito Pereira at $51.
Has he
Right.
finished burning yet?
I hear you say, oh,
How many creeks are there around here?
he's burnt after that PGA Championship meltdown. You can't touch him ever
Do you want me
again.
to read this for you? You were really battling
He
here.
was third at that PGA Championship after holding the lead on the tee at the 72nd hole. But he bounced back. 7th at the Charles Schwab and 13th at the Memorial. So the guy has got some mental fortitude. Love him. He also has some very good stats. I can see that he's definitely 7th in greens and regulation. And approach the green, he's way up there as well. I just can't tell how far up. Yeah. Mito Pereira.
Hang on, we got to do this justice for you.
All right.
I'll pull him up on the computer
Pull him
here
up.
for you.
You bring him up.
PGA Tour stats for the season: 12th tee to green, 10th in approach, 21st off the tee, 7th in greens and regulation, and that's about all I've got at the moment.
11 strokes gained tee to green, 12th. I think you said that.
Oh, sorry.
Rock and roll.
This
Are
is
you cashing
Chile.
out if he
Chile.
if he goes to the 18th with a 1-stroke lead? Are you going to lay off?
I think I've made my thoughts quite clear, and I think if he listens to the cut line, he'll know what to do.
Mito, if you're out there listening, we'd love to have you on the podcast next week, no matter where you finish.
See, bueno.
please bring your reading glasses. This is another section I'm very torn on. I've got another man highlighted here.
Natalie and Brulia.
She might be playing a live next one. I'll stick with my highlighted man, Tony Finau, $31.
Tony Finau, don't dream it's over.
As I said, I think he's back. Top 10 Tony's back. 2 second place finishes and a 4th place in his last 5 starts. As I said, he had the best score over the final 36 holes last week. Perfect balance of power and touch for Brookline. Over the last 6 months, he's ranked as the 27th best player in the field. But if we whittle that down to 3 months, he climbs into the top 10 as in terms of players in the field. Last week, he was top 5 strokes gained tee to green, off the tee, around the green, and putting. Finished 21st in approach. I think Tony in for a big week at $31.
Very close to being my mid-tier Tony was.
Tony Finau.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
Patrick, you're roughie.
I did kind of want to go with Bryson at $111 again. I just think,
You're paying $111.
it's
Wow.
crazy. But I went with someone else. I went with Luke List at 141s. He does strike the ball very well. 15th in greens and regulation, 6 strokes gained tee to green, 11th in driving distance. So certainly if he's hitting it as well as he can do, he'll be finding plenty of greens. And he was 6th at Bethpage in that PGA Championship that I referenced just before. So is capable of standing up to a stern test. I just think at $141, everything goes right. Won at Torrey, was it earlier this year in the Farmers beat Zalatoris in the playoff? That's another sort of US Open style.
0 for 2 this year,
Yeah.
boy. Sorry.
Continue.
Yeah. No, that was pretty much everything. Yeah, it does get pretty, especially being majors. We've said you want to be in the top 50 of the world rankings to be a good shout at this. But I think List is capable of at least a sort of one of those minor placings. So I'll have a shot at him at $141.
Nice. Cool.
Ruffy. Ryan Fox at $131.
Shocked.
Lid's not playing this week, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. Oh, crikey. No, I cannot read
Yeah,
this.
let me step in, mate.
I cannot read this.
Hits the ball a long way.
He does hit the ball. I think he's 6 for driving distance on the European Tour this season so far. But just have a look at his results on the European Tour. Obviously picked up that victory at, was it Ras Al Khaimah? But he has had some, obviously, also lost in a playoff at the Dutch Open.
Yep.
Probably should have won it outright without a playoff.
Sam Horsfield.
And has had a number of it looks like top 10 finishes here as well.
First, T15, T9, T8, T2, 54, 2.
54 was the PGA Champs, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
He was what?
Started very hot.
17 after 3 rounds there.
Another one who lit himself
Oh,
on
just
fire.
had a tough, yeah, that's right. Very, very tough final round.
Nothing else to add, Foxy?
Yeah, but I can't read it.
I'll do it for you then, because I'm on Fox too. As my Ruffy. As Patrick said, definitely got the power game. Touch around the greens, maybe a concern, and accuracy off the tee, perhaps.
You're selling me.
Well, hang on. So versus field in the last 6 months, he's ranked 40th strokes gained tee to green, 76 off the tee. I think the accuracy will be the big issue there. 13th in approach, 51st putting. So middle of the pack, but at 151s, 131s. Definitely worth a shout. If you have a look at datagolf.com, go down the list there. He is, not that this means much, but the top European based player in the field in terms of where they sit. So
$650 for top 20.
you can get close to $3 for a top 40 too. So Ryan Fox, 131s now. Better get that bet on before that comes in anymore.
I think the money will keep coming for him, no matter the
I
price.
think so too.
reckon?
Yes,
Mhm.
I think so too. Yes,
Danny Lee's in the field as well, of course.
401s he was when I last checked. Minwoo Lee also 401s. Danny Lee 4-1. Yep. All right. Let's have a look at our staking plan as we wrap this edition of the Cut Line up. Were there any other notables you wanted to mention?
I was going to say a couple of guys I really like in that sort of
Mid-tier?
not quite mid-tier range. If Sam Burns had been $31 instead of 26, there's a good chance he's my mid-tier. Shane Lowry, I've already touched on it. He's in my staking plan, so those two really jumped out to me as well. I think Sam Burns would not shock at all if he wins this.
I had Max and Sung Jae.
Yeah, I was very close tipping Sung Jae as well. I just everyone's backed him. It seems like he's one of those ones. That,
36.
Yeah.
Crikey.
He ticks all of those boxes too, except being American.
He's playing good
Step
golf
out.
as well.
Sneaky good, like under the radar.
Yeah,
I like HV3 at 67.
well, for this or for Portland.
I like HV3.
Gross. He had his chance last week. Blew it.
Mhm.
All right, Pat, $200 to splash around this week. What are you doing with it?
Yeah, a bit all over the place for my staking this week. $20 Justin Thomas, outright winner, $13. Shane Lowry, $29, $10 on that. DJ, $10 on him as well at 41s. $3 on Bryson at 111s, just because you've got to do it at that price, and $2 on Luke List to win at $141. 50 each on JT for a top 5 at $350, and DJ for a top 10 at $5.
Nice.
Shane Lowry, top Euro, $20 at 9s. Sung Jae top rest of world, $20 at $9. And then a $15 group betting multi, Sung Jae to win Group E and DJ to win Group F at $12.37.
Very nice. Paul,
Can you read yours?
would you like me to go first?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. $10 each on these 4 players to win. Rory, JT, Matty Fitz, and Tony at 11s, 13s, 25s, and 31s. 20 both on Rory and JT top fives at 325 and 350. 10 on both Matthew Fitzpatrick and Tony Finau top fives at $5 and $7. $20 on Sungjae top 20 at 250. $20 on Ryan Fox top 40 at 288. A $20 multi Sungjae top 40 into Matt Fitzpatrick top 20 at 344.
So you can do that,
Yep, majors
tournament.
majors you
Majors,
can.
you
Yes. Yep.
just not the same player
No, or the same
or the same.
market.
Yep.
Got $5 each on Rory and JT first round leaders at 17s and 21s. $10 on Sungjae top rest of the world at 9s. I think you had that same bet.
Yep.
And then I'm going to save 20 for a couple of power plays. They should be out later today or Wednesday. When you hear this, they should be available. Cool. Can't read, and he's trying to add to for those.
Okay, right, I'm with you. Here we go. Matthew Fitzpatrick, 20 to win at 25s, 30 for a top 5 finish at 5s. Mito Pereira, 10 to win at 51s, 10 for a top 5 finish at 14s. Ryan Fox, 10 to win at 131, 10 on a top 10 finish at 12. HV3, $10 for a top 5 finish at 14s and $10 for a top 10 finish at 8s. A Group B winner. In Group B, we have Joaquin Neiman, Sungjae Im, Hideki Group B, we have Cameron Smith, Patrick Cantlay, Xander Schauffele, and Matthew Fitzpatrick. I'm taking Matthew Fitzpatrick at $4 to win Group B, putting 40 on him.
Oof.
And Group E betting, if Brooks is fit, this is a giveaway. Joaquin Neiman is in Group E at 320. Sungjae Im is at 330. Hideki Matsuyama at 375. Brooks Koepka is at $4 to win Group E, putting 40 on Brooks at $4. And then I've got $10 left for a power play once Cowboy and the betting team have those markets out.
Nice. Brooks.
Just in case.
Okay. That'll do us, I think, actually. Enhanced
You doing? Yeah.
bonus back. Enhanced golf bonus back is back, baby. Place a pre-tournament outright winner bet through its TAB account on the US Open this week. And if your player doesn't win but finishes inside the top 20, we will refund your bet up to $50 as a bonus bet. First bet only.
So only
First bet only.
the first bet you place on a player, that's it.
Pre-tournament,
Pre-tournament.
and it starts quite
Pre-tournament.
early,
Yeah, it does.
before
It's
midnight on Thursday.
Thursday,
so,
like 10
yeah.
o'clock, 10:30 or something.
Does it have to be $10 or more?
Does. I said that, didn't I? Did I not?
That's,
Yeah.
that's,
No, I don't
To-
think it has to
that's
be.
Tony Finau territory, right?
Does it have to be $10 or more?
No, it's just
No, it's just
up to.
up to
Yeah.
$50.
Oh, of course, yeah. So I was thinking of something else we used to do.
But if you're gonna have a crack, you might as well put $10 on.
Thank
it.
you.
How good.
Of all your $10 going on your best there,
Tony Finau territory. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
definitely. Righto. That'll do us, fellas. Thank you.
Plenty of viewing to get stuck into this weekend.
There is.
Mm.
Rod Fox tees off at like 20:06 on Friday morning, our time.
That's great.
Great time.
Mm.
Will we see him?
Probably not. Patrick, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Karl.
Paul, thanks. Good
Yeah.
stuff. And to all of you out there, thanks for listening.
Let's do it.
Good luck with your punting this week on the US Open, and we will be back next week on the Cut Line.